everything in your life will surely start to work again. God will intervene in all your life dealings and make everything right with you. God has His plans for you, and this plan will surely come to pass. God has His way of doing things, and He surely wants the best for you. You can relax and watch as God does His thing in your life. Everything that seems to have stopped working will begin to work again, and you will enjoy God's blessings and favors in your life. You will move from grace to grace step by step. There are many things that God has planned for you in your life, and they shall all come to pass. God will forever be there for you when you need Him the most. All you need to do is to pray to God and watch Him perform miracles in your life. God does not fail His believers, and He would not fail you. You will soar high in life, and there would be no cause for alarm in your life. Everything about you will start to work. God will increase you in all ramifications, and every mountain in your life will turn to flat ground. Every obstacle in your way will be abolished and destroyed. Everybody wishing you bad will be exposed. All your enemies will fail, and you will be celebrated amongst your peers. God's plan for your life will be manifested, and there would surely be a great elevation in your life. With faith in God, there's no limit to what you can achieve. There would be ups and downs in your journey through life. God already has a plan in place to help you overcome any problem that you might have during your journey through life. God wouldn't come to earth Himself to help solve these problems. Sometimes He sends someone to you, and sometimes He blesses you with enough knowledge and understanding to be able to solve that problem. You need to realize you have a God bigger than your problems, who's always ready to help whenever you have issues. You need to realize you can always run to God to solve all your problems, and He would always answer you. All you need is to be patient with God as He tests your faith sometimes. Sometimes you work very hard, but you fail to support it with prayers. It's obvious that you have everything planned out, but there's no plan in place to commit everything into God's hand. You make this mistake a lot. You see someone working so hard, but it feels like he or she is just pouring water into a basket. All the effort the person has invested in the work would all go to waste. You're usually the cause of your own problems. You cause your problems by yourselves. Pray to God and talk to Him about your plans. Let God be aware of every step you're planning to take. Let Him be the beginning and the end of every project you have in mind. You watch people that are less hardworking than you make a lot more progress than you and wonder how. This could be because they have the backing of God, who is sufficient for them. Sometimes we purposely do not include God in our plans, and this usually turns out to be the biggest mistake of our life. God dislikes it when people test Him. When things start going bad, that's when most of us remember we want to include God in our plans. Well, it's not too late, as God will accept repented souls and continue to guide them in the right part. But imagine you've involved Him from the beginning. There's a big possibility that everything would have gone smoothly, and even if it doesn't, your mind can be at rest knowing full well that God is in total control. Most times you're afraid of failure too much that you fail to realize that God is with you through this journey. You're usually concerned about the wrong things, even after God has instructed you to put all your hopes and trust in Him. This attitude usually shows that you don't trust God enough to put Him in charge of your life. God is the master planner. He's the only one who cannot make mistakes. He knows what and when everyone needs something in their lives, and He is the God of perfection. He has promised to strengthen and help you physically, mentally, and spiritually. You cannot do anything if it's not the will of God. God always asks you to trust Him. Of course, He is the one who created you, and He has power over living and non-living things. God also promises to uphold you with His righteous right hand. This means He would hold you with high esteem, with high honor, and He wouldn't let anything evil come close to you. God loves His people. God knows the people who are steadfast in worshiping Him and who will never stop singing His praises and would be thankful for everything He has done for them. Losing your faith is a very common occurrence in today's world. You're quick to give up on worshiping God, whereas He is never ready to give up on you. You are special to Him, and He proves it all the time. He would never stop helping you in difficult situations, even though most times you're not appreciative of it. God will always come to your aid in all situations, and He would work wonders in your lives. Everyone that is against your success will be defeated, and God will bless you abundantly. God will perfect His will in your life. He will put all your enemies to shame. Unexpected blessings and mercies will be showered on you, and you will always be celebrated in all you do. You do not need to worry, as you have placed all your hopes on God. God never fails. Everything will work out in perfection and at the right time. God will never forsake you, as you are a true believer that prays to Him all the time. You have put yourself at His mercy, and He will never disappoint you. When it's time for your breakthrough, nobody can stop it from happening. God is the only person you can count on to make a way where there is none. Whenever you're going through anything in life, God has promised to always be there for us, whatever we need. God is always ever ready to make way for us as long as we are ready to pray to Him and to get Him involved in everything we do. When we go through our problems, God is aware. God is probably just waiting for us to call on Him, and He is ready to answer our call. God has ordered us to call on Him whenever we are faced with challenges that we cannot solve ourselves. God will surely listen to us whenever we call on Him, and He would lead us through. But the truth must be told. We also need to do some things in return. We need to be steadfast in our worship of God. We need to improve our communication with God. We need to talk to God about both the little things and the big things that are happening in our life. Though God already knows everything going on in your life, but you reporting everything going on in your life to God is sending a message that you want Him to be in charge of everything going on in your life. Some forces are committed to making sure you fail in your quest for success. They are certainly happy when you have no idea what you're doing. When you involve God in your life becomes arranged, and you finally find a purpose in your life. Give God full access to perform wonders in your life, because if you don't let Him, He won't come into your life and take charge. Everything will work out again very soon. You will regain all your lost glory. God will put in work to make you succeed. You will be elevated, and God will send His blessings to you. God's grace and mercy will locate you, and you would bask in His blessings. God has not forgotten you and will never forget you. You will be honored in this life, and people would look unto you as a role model. Everything you've lost, you will regain. God will bring everything back to you. Everything you've prayed for, you would start to get. God will begin to answer your prayers. God has you in His plan, and He would begin to execute His plan in your life. God will answer all your prayers and make you a better person. God will bless everything you lay your hands on. Every plan you had and involved God in would surely be a success. God will make it worth the wait for you. All those years you spent praying, trusting, and hoping in God are not wasted. God would surely come through for you. All your dreams would come true, and your enemies would be put to shame. You will reap all you sow, and the bad moments you had to endure would not even matter anymore.